Okay, hello guys. Today I'll talk a bit about cosine rules. Okay, so let's move into the first part about when to use cosine rules. Okay, so last lesson we already learned about science rule, right? We said science rules we have two like equation. First is for the area equals to half times a times b times sine c, right? Another formula is the a over sine a, like the opposite side over the angle, right? Okay, equals to b over sine b equals to c over sine c. Okay, so we said cosine rules is that we want to find the relation between the three side and the one angle. Okay, so let's move to the first part. Okay, so here we can set the cosine rules as this. Okay, c squared equals to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times cosine c. Okay, so we can set here c as the side you want to find, and a and b are two sides you know. Okay, that is it. So we can say that c squared equals to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times cosine c. Okay, that is it. And we can say here there's a question like find the length of x. So we can say that so the rule we can say is x squared equals to 6 squared plus a squared minus 2 times 6 times 8 times cosine 55 degree. Okay. So then you can calculate as x squared equals to 36 plus 64 minus 96 times 0.5. Okay, so when you find x squared equals to 44.94, so 1x equals square root 44.94. Okay, that is the question right here. And here is how we can rewrite for cosine rule formula. We just want to find the angle, so we can set that as cosine c equals to a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2ab. Okay, that is it. So for example, like here we have an angle theta. We can set this way we can using the cosine rule. So cosine theta equals to 7 squared plus 10 squared minus 9 squared over 2 times 7 times the 10. Okay, that is the rule. So you can say here 7 squared equals to 49 and 10 squared equals to 100 minus 9 squared is 81. Okay, so this way you can just calculate as the negative 32. Okay, so that is for 68 over 2 times 7 times 10, that is 140, right? Okay, so we can see that here equals to cosine the reverse function of it. Okay, that is for I guess it's 34 over 70, right? Okay, you also divided by 2. Okay, so that is for 17 over 35. Okay, that is for these rules. Then you can use the calculator to calculate for the theta's exact value. Okay, and here there's a little bit of practice for you. If you're not very familiar with me, you can just follow with me. Okay, but if you're very sure about the answer, you can just try yourself and then pause the video. Okay, let's move to the first part. So the first question is in the triangle ABC, AB's length equals to 5 meters and AC equals to 7 meter and angle H equals to 110 degree. Okay, then calculate BC. Okay, so for this problem, we can say here we can just try to draw the triangle. Here is for ABC. So AB equals to 5, AC equals to 7, A equals to 110 degree, right? So we can say here BC squared equals to AB squared plus AC squared minus the 2ABAC times cosine the angle A, right? So you can just put the value in here. BC squared equals to, first is 5 squared, right? 25 added with AC squared, that is 49, right? And minus 2AB times AC, that is minus 2 times 5 times 7, right? That is for minus 70 times cosine 110 degree, okay? That is for BC squared. So then you can use a calculator to calculate for exact value of BC, okay? And for problem 2, you can find here is a triangle has side 4, 5, 6, okay? So you can set it here. That is a triangle sorry for that, ABC 4, 5, 6, okay? And we want to calculate the largest angle in the triangle, okay? So here we can just try to remember that the opposite side over the sine the angle, so they're equal to each other, right? So if you want to find the largest angle, so you want to find you can find here, when A is bigger, the denominator must also be very bigger, right? So bigger sine values means the same A, okay, or bigger A, okay. So here we can say here, maybe AC is the largest side right here. So the angle B is the largest angle, okay. So here, just to find the largest angle B, so we can use the cosine rule, like cosine B equals to 4 squared plus 5 squared minus 6 squared over 2 times 4 times 5, right? That is problem 2. So B's value, you can just using the calculator to calculate this as 16 plus 25 equals to 41, right? 41 minus 36 is 5. 5 over like 2 times 4 times 8, 5 equals to 1 over 8, okay? This is for angle B. Okay, and for the problem 3 here, a ship sails 40 kilometer on a bearing of 50 degree. Okay, so this bearing here, you can find this is the north direction, and the bearing here is for 50 degree, and it's the changes course and the sail 60 kilometer on a bearing of 120 degree. Okay, so here is for 40 kilometers, sorry, and then the bearing is 120 degrees. So here is for 120, and then it's a cells 60 kilometer, right? So we want to find in how far the shape from the starting point. So you want to find maybe here A, B, C. You want to find the side AC, right? So you can find here A, B, C, the 3 point form a triangle ABC, right? So you can just calculate here the angle B is for 180 minus 50 is 130 degree, right? So this angle can be calculated as 360 degree. That is a total angle right here, right? And minus 130 degree minus 120 degree, okay? So the value here is 360 minus 250. That is for 110 degree, okay? So here you can just calculate it using the cosine rules, right? AC squared equals to AB squared plus BC squared minus 2AB times BC times cosine angle B, right? Okay, so the value can be calculated as 40 squared plus 60 squared, 60 squared minus 2 times 40 times 60 times cosine 110 degree, okay? So then you can find in the value of AC, like AC equals square root 40 squared plus 60 squared minus 2 times 40 times 60 times cosine 110 degree, okay? So that is for this the practice for you. I hope you can understand for what is cosine rule, and hopefully you can totally or fully master it, okay? It's very important for you to understanding such problems and just to calculate the side values and the angle values in the triangles, okay? So that's our lesson. See you next time. Bye.